This is something I've been working on today, and I wanted to get it out to you this morning so that we can talk about it later today in our stock talk. If you're not a member of our gold team, our gold program, now would be the time to get in. I've basically come to the conclusion that the growth in our economy in the next 5, 10, 20 years is going to be wrapped around AI, and AI is going to be made available to us through semiconductors and data centers and little gadgets we put on our desk that give us the power of AI. So I've broken my portfolio down, the 60 stocks that I track in this ecosystem. I've broken it down into the build out and then the delivery of AI. I see the build out happening, continuing to happen from through 25 through the end of 2027. And then I see delivery continuing more on a 20-year basis, as you see here, 25 to 45. So I decided what I want to do is say, okay, I need to put a price on the stocks that I'm tracking and what I think the price is going to be based upon their earnings per share growth, their PE ratio, their PEG ratio, what Wall Street is telling me, and put a price on it, and then make a comparison and see how I'm doing relative to the holdings that I currently have. So in this first section, I'm looking at the stocks that are going to be involved in the build out, and here you see them from ACLS down to VRT. On my projection, my 3-year projection, I go into a podcast that explains what each of these stocks does, so you can have access to that. But what I wanted to do was find out, am I properly allocated if the price is what I think it's going to be? So here is your current price. Here is what I think the price is going to be on January the 1st on 2028. And for some, I don't have, like Applied Digital Systems, because they don't have a PE ratio. They aren't making money. So I'm going to, I won't get crazy on that. I then list how many shares of each of the stocks I have. And then I come up with, okay, based on the price I think it's going to be in 2028, what is my holdings going to be worth, and how much are they going to grow between now and January of 2028? And as you can see, I've highlighted in green those that are really strong performers, and then I've highlighted in red where, hey, I really want to own ARM? It's only going to grow by 10% based on the projections and the data that I now have available. And here I've got Candace, CDNS, and I'm showing I'm going to lose 12% on it, so I need to make a decision. That's what I'm really looking for, is making decisions. And then I come down here and I see that Mercy, I've been trying to buy it, but I haven't. I don't have any holdings in it, but it's going to give me, it based on the numbers, the data I've put together, it's going to give me a 296. So I need to put some attention to that. And it looks like I need to put some attention to PLAB. And again, it's something I've overlooked. And that's what I do. I want to bring to my attention what have I overlooked and where should I make some changes. Because again, if this data is if this data is right, I need to increase my holdings in Intel. But I don't know that it's right. Okay, this is, I guess I could say, it's there to help me ask the right questions and make good decisions. Okay, so that's the build out. Then I come down here and I say, okay, now let's talk about the delivery of AI. The Apples, the Amazons, the Googles, Dells, who's going to deliver AI to me over between 2025 and 20 45. And this is an interesting part of it. Based on what I think is going to happen, the price projections that I have projected for 2028, January 1st, 2028, you can see my holdings don't go up all that much. What I've got in this category right now is 210,000. I'm looking that based on what the price I think is going to go up, between now and 2028 January, I'm only going to go up about $53,000. It's not that much. Why? Because these are the people who are spending the money right now on Jensen's GPUs and other people's semiconductor and software necessary to deliver me and you and large and small businesses AI in the future. So their growth is not going to be as outstanding as the people who are doing the build out in the early part of the equation. So with that in mind, I need to come to some conclusions. And again, I'm highlighting in red that I'm seeing some good growth on CrowdStrike, but I don't own any. So apparently I need to. I don't own any Palantir. I don't own any Square. So this is causing me to ask questions and then make decisions. And then the next step I take is say, okay, so I get that all squared away. What is the growth of these stocks then from 28 through 45? And what I thought was what I need to do is look at their past history, their past 5 years, and determine what their average rate of growth was over the past 5 years. And if they maintain that level of growth from 2028 through 2045, what's the price of their stock going to be? Well, the one that leaps out at you very quickly is going to be Tesla has been growing over the last 5 years, an average growth, and this is because in 2021, 2022, they had a 760% growth spurt in 1 year. And so that throws that a little askew, but nonetheless, let's keep apples compared to apples and go forward. And so based on if in fact Tesla continues to average a growth of 169.9% between now and 2045, this is the price of their stock in 2024. That's hundreds, that's thousands, that's millions, that's billions. With a growth rate of 170% per year, that stock's going to sell for $76.7 billion per share. Is that realistic? No. Or maybe. I mean, I don't know. But it's comparing growth rates to growth rates. So, because again, I have here Broadcom has grown at a rate of 44.5%. So its stock price is going to be $486,897 relative to Tesla's projected price. All I'm trying to do here is get relative comparisons and then compare where am I, and if in fact that I'm right that this build out, these stocks will slow down in January of 2028, that's when I'm going to sell them. Where do I want to put my money for the next 20 years, 15 years, whatever that works out to be? And that's what I'm doing here and trying to figure out what is the value of these stocks over the next period of time, if in fact I'm right that AI delivery is going to present me an enormous investment opportunity. Just from these stocks in the delivery, it says based on what I have right now, my portfolio in 2045, January, will be, that's hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, $4.6 trillion. Again, is it accurate? Is it something you can chisel in stone? No, but it's the data, and data doesn't lie. Now it can vary, and extenuating circumstances can come in. But from what we know now about what's going to happen in the future, based on what's happened in the past, that portfolio will be worth 4.6 trillion, and that doesn't include when I liquidate all of this 1.2 million, and spread it amongst these stocks. That's how I plan. That's how I use data and technology to give me an idea. Now, again, I want to say this isn't written in stone, chiseled in stone, but it will give me an opportunity to make changes on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis, so that maybe $4.6 trillion is possible. What I know is it's not possible if I just go at it without a plan. Okay, what I'd like to do and what I'm going to propose is to everybody who's in the Gold platform, I'm going to email you a copy of this so you can come in, and it'll be a working copy. It's on an Excel spreadsheet. If you can copy and paste it and put it onto your Excel spreadsheet, all you got to do is go in and change the share amounts. What's your share amount? And then all the math will be done for you, and in both sections. So this will give you a blueprint, and I will work with this and continue to share it with my Gold members, so that we can have a vision. It's like Nita says, well, I guess if that's right, I can go ahead and buy those black slacks that I want. Yeah, you can, because we have a plan, and we have a way to work that plan and work it together. Because again, the beauty of all this is, if there's enough of us who are searching the internet and listening and understanding, we can raise our hands and say, have you thought about this company? Or did you know about what is happening at Meta? You'll notice that my green stocks do not include Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, or Google. They are not, based on past history, they are not the big winners, but maybe they are. But together we'll learn that. Okay, this is what I spent my day doing, but I wanted to get it out to you so you can go over it, and then we can talk about it on Friday at the Stock Talk. Have a good day. I got to go now take my 2.5 mile walk.